Hey, how's it going? It's Jocelyn Hillam here with the Positivity in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. Today is our pregnancy episode. I do a pregnancy episode and a mindset and motherhood episode weekly for you. And the pregnancy episodes come out on Tuesday, with the mindset episodes on Friday. And I'm so excited you're joining me. Based on the last few pregnancy episodes I have done, you probably were beginning to think that I was doing a podcast about nursing. I think I did 3 or 4 podcasts in a row about nursing. But nursing and getting used to nursing or dealing with guilt of not nursing and so on and so forth are all kind of part of that 4th trimester, that transition into having a baby, which in my mind is still kind of part of pregnancy and getting through that transition, getting through that time. Today, though, we actually are going to move on from nursing and we are going to talk about being so tired when you're pregnant. Do you get extra tired and sleepy when you are pregnant and you feel like you've got to sleep 12 hours a night and have a nap? Maybe this isn't you, and if this is not you, this is probably not your podcast episode. But if you get frequently tired in pregnancy, this might be an episode for you to help you in your mindset when you are feeling tired while being pregnant. Hi, I'm Jocelyn, host of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast. I help pregnant women and mothers to find positivity in their season of life through changing their thoughts to work for them and not against them. I help mothers find the small, doable steps in thought and action without making drastic changes to their everyday mom life, and I can help you. Thanks for joining. This podcast is called Positivity in Pregnancy and Motherhood because I want to help you to find positivity during pregnancy and in motherhood. Both of those seasons of life were hard for me. Pregnancy was difficult and motherhood was harder than I thought it would be. And I am still in the midst of motherhood. And I'm learning as I go, which is why I do these podcast episodes, because I really enjoy sharing with you what I've learned and what I am learning. I am actually constantly thinking about podcast episodes and how I would word something or how I would phrase it. And I am excited to be here with you. I am excited to encourage this positivity because when I found positivity in pregnancy and when I was able to find it in motherhood, it changed me and it changed my life, and I'm a much happier person. And I know that if you implement these tools that I teach you in this podcast, you can find it too. It may not come overnight. It may not even come in the next few months. But little by little and over time, line upon line, you can change and you can find more positivity in your pregnancy and in your motherhood. So today we are going to talk about being tired during pregnancy. This came as a great surprise to me about how tired I became. I did not expect or realize that being so tired was kind of a thing that came with pregnancy. And it was a little hard and discouraging because I was not a person that took naps before. I have never been a napper and almost prided myself in not needing naps and getting my 8 hours of sleep and calling it good. But during pregnancy, I found that I needed a lot more sleep. I think there are 2 folds for this, or 2 reasons. The first reason was that sleep was a relief from the sickness, especially that first phase of pregnancy where you're puking your guts out or car sick like crazy. Falling asleep was a way I could escape that miserable pain and that desire to puke all the time, which is a phase of pregnancy I really hated. And that's when I had to really be intentional about coming to enjoy a little bit more. Even if it was still miserable, my mind was in a better spot. But the second reason for needing sleep is growing that sweet little baby inside of you. It does take energy and it does take extra sleep, or it can, at least for me it did, take some extra sleep to grow your sweet little baby. There are so many things we can feel when we are tired and we have a million things to do, especially if we've got other littles in the house or things that need taken care of, pets, husbands, you name it. The list will go on when you'd rather sleep than do them. I jotted down just a few that I want to share with you. Instead of laying down to take a nap, I should clean the kitchen. And these might be thoughts that you are thinking as you are laying in your bed or laying on the couch. I should clean the kitchen. I should play with my kids. I should read to my kids. I really should pick up the toys. I should make dinner. I should go pick up things and clean in the yard. I should be more productive. I should get up. Do you ever get weighed down with these shoulds of things that should be done, that you should do? But honestly, you are so tired in this pregnancy that it is hard to do even the bare minimum. Do you should yourself to where you're feeling pretty negative and unproductive and unsatisfied and really below par? Feeling like you don't measure up because all the should do's are always still there and you always pick to rest because that sounds quite a bit better. I kind of got in a rough spot with this, with wanting to sleep when I felt like I had so many shoulds to do. And those thoughts turned me to hating pregnancy because I didn't feel like myself. I didn't feel like I could get my shoulds done, and it was hard and it was really discouraging. And if you have felt that, this podcast is for you. This podcast episode is for you. And the hard thing about being pregnant is that the shoulds that we feel like we should do seem like basic things. They're not even going above and beyond to further ourselves or to be a better mom or a better parent. It seems like the shoulds that are most basic are even getting neglected during pregnancy. And that's why being so tired can be very discouraging and very overwhelming. I heard on a different podcast I listened to that this little phrase, and I wanted to share it with you. And it's quit shoulding yourself. I thought the pun was a little bit funny, but there is a lot of truth in that statement. Does laying on the couch or the bed, just thinking about the things you should do, does it help you? Does it help your mind? Or are they hindering you and making you feel less than, making you hate pregnancy because you can't seem to even do the basics? I'm going to tell you right now that if you want a more positive pregnancy, you are going to have to shift the mindset. You're going to have to try and get away from the shoulds. Now, this sounds easy when I speak to it in a podcast or when you hear it over the microphone in this episode you listen to, but it is definitely not always easy to implement, and it takes intentionality in catching our thoughts, because our minds run away from us if we're not very careful and very conscious about what we think about. And that's why you're here, because you are going to be conscious and you are going to think about this and you are going to improve to find a more positive pregnancy. Because you're a woman who wants to enjoy pregnancy more, who doesn't want to hate it, who wants to find the sacred beauty. So I'm going to tell you again, quit shoulding yourself. While you're laying on the couch, instead of thinking about all of the shoulds and the should do, I want you to think about your body. I want you to think about the incredible miracle that is growing within your womb. I want you to think how special and sacred it is that your body can grow and develop a baby without you telling it to do so. It knows all of the steps to go through to create this life inside of you. It is incredible, and you might need some extra sleep for this sacred process to grow that little human inside your body. But instead of all the shoulds, think of how worth it is that you are able to bring life into this world. That you are a mama and that you are producing your posterity. It really is cool when you stop to think about it. When you stop to think about how magnificent it is that our bodies are doing this, are capable of doing this. It's really unique and special. But if we get caught up in all the shoulds and should do's that we're not doing, we're going to get stuck. And we're going to get stuck in a mental rut that is going to have us really loathing this season of life. And I don't want you to loathe it. I want you to find more positivity, and I want you to enjoy it. So you might find it difficult to catch your thoughts. You might find it difficult laying on the couch to realize that, oh man, those are all negative thoughts of my should list. I need to replace that with this sacred beauty and the amazingness of what is growing inside my body. I need to give myself grace that this is a season that some things might be neglected. My kids might have packaged foods instead of cut up fresh foods and vegetables, and that's okay. We are going to survive and we're going to find beauty in this season. But if it is increasingly difficult to catch your thoughts, I invite you to look into my Positive Pregnancy Program. This is a self-led video program with 1 to 2 minute videos where I encourage you to find the positive thoughts. If you're stuck and you're like, man, I cannot seem to find the sacred beauty in this. This just seems miserable right now and I can't get anything done. Run through 2 or 3 of those videos and let your mind work. Let your mind work with those exercises, those mental exercises where you don't even have to get off of your couch or your bed, and let them help you to find a more positive pregnancy. It is a positive pregnancy program, and it can help you to not be so down in the depths of despair during pregnancy. I was there. I was in the depths of despair. I didn't want to have more children. I just had decided that we were going to have a couple of kids because pregnancy was so hard. But God wanted more for me, and I knew I wanted more too. I knew deep down that I did want more children. And with pregnancies 3 and 4, I knew I had to change. And I found those mindset tools that can help you. They can help you shift. And I can help lead you through it if you are struggling. Let me help you. I actually am going to have this course be $10 off until I can get 35 videos posted to it. So it's got 22 videos right now, but once I get back to 35 videos, it is going to go up in price $10 more. I'm hoping to do this fairly quick. I'm hoping to get it done by June. By the end of June. But if it's not done, I will keep you updated on here, but it is going to be $10 off. It is affordable and it will help you lift your mind. Sometimes we neglect taking care of our minds. We take care of our bodies, we take care of our sicknesses and things like that, but we forget to take care of our mind. Your mind and the thoughts you think about pregnancy are vital to whether or not you're going to enjoy pregnancy in the future or whether or not you are going to loathe it. And I encourage you to find the positivity. If you can't do it alone through this podcast, do it through the Positive and Pregnancy Program. The link is the top link in the show notes, and I invite you to check that out. I wanted to sum up a little bit of today's episode. I talked about being tired in pregnancy. Pregnancy just sometimes requires more sleep, and that can be discouraging. And our should list can get very long. Stop shooting yourself and finding this, and instead find the sacred beauty in pregnancy. You got this, mama. Your children need you. You need you. Take care of your mind and look into the Positive Pregnancy Program if you need extra help. I am here for you. Until next time. Thank you for being a part of the Positive in Pregnancy and Motherhood podcast, for listening, for sharing, and most of all, for applying these tools into your own life to improve your own happiness so that you can find your own better thoughts for a better you in a positive pregnancy, in losing that stubborn baby weight and becoming the mom you desire to be through taking small steps in thought and action to reach your goals. If you are a mother who has an inner desire to enjoy motherhood and pregnancy better, but you are having difficulty figuring it out, I can help you. I can help you find the small, doable steps without drastic changes to your everyday mom life. Reach out, let's connect, and let's see you move forward. My name is Jocelyn, and I thank you for listening. Until next time.